the compressor room free of gas leaks? Inspector observation, gas sampling connector on the suction line of low-duty compressor in the cargo compressor room had a teeny gas leak. Uncapped valves were discovered at the small bore sample location, corrected during inspection. It should be free of gas leak, guys. So just pay attention on this, because this observation, they're happening. And they are well noticed, especially when inspector is first time on the vessel and you are long time, you cannot see some small things. He will see them immediately. It's a well-known fact. Are the officers familiar with the operation and requirements of the fixed gas detection equipment, and is the equipment in good order? So here are 3 observations to this question. First one, the fixed gas detection equipment functioning and specification were unknown to the audit officer. So he don't know the limits, he don't know set points and alarms. We discussed this already before. Could not adequately respond to the query concerning to the operation and method. So he cannot respond properly in case of alarm happens. So all of us need to know the alarm limits, and especially they're written on the gas detection system, and it's very easy to, maybe if you should not remember, but just to see, to know where to check. Second one, the oxygen sensor in the nitrogen generator chamber indicates a 25% of oxygen concentration. Through calibration to 20.9, it was corrected. So the O2 sensor on nitrogen generator was showing wrong reading. And after calibration, it was showing correctly. So that's mean that the calibration was not carried out as per schedule. Again, it should be
this maintenance remark.
maintenance.
Because normally, yeah, it should be in your maintenance plan, PMS system. Or maybe you didn't have the span gas for calibration. You receive it, but it was, forgotten, not marked in handover, and in your remarks. And after that, it ended up with observation.
Yeah. And third one, the breach gas detection system had a problem on the display panel, which showed model 2 no communication, even though the gas detection system itself was completely functional. So it's logged the email requesting spare parts to send to the following port. So again, it was some communication error, spare parts ordered, and it will be received. So, okay, he wrote this remark, this observation, but you are covered. You have what you can do. You order spare parts and it will be rectified as soon as possible once they will be received.
I just want to add that all this gas field, let's say for detectors, it's a huge field for inspector to make. You see how many, and this is okay, different companies, different vessels, but still, it's a huge field for inspector to play. He enters CCR and he can find all of it only in one room, maybe to related compartments and rooms, but still it's there. You have fixed, you have gas sampling, you have portable detectors,
calibration gases,
yes,
everything.
So you have, for example, for fixed or gas sampling, if anything is the detector is faulty, or you have fault or error, doesn't matter, it would be shown on the system and he would see it and he would ask. In case you even bypass the detector, or
Yes.
how to name, if you disable it, it would be shown there in this system, and then he would proceed asking questions. What happened? Can you did you fix it or not? If it's not fixed, what's the problem? You need a new sensor. Could be many more observations than these ones, many more. So you have to be, again, this is all related mostly, okay, these 2 related to gas engineer, the third one related to, I would not say the electrician, but okay, this if no communication and it was stated this module is faulty, then you just order new one again. Show the pending order and you're safe, because it's happening also to me that I was handed over and we replace it directly. So it's normal that this electronics sometimes get freaked out, you cannot repair it on board, so you order a new one. But this is the repeater. I believe it's just a repeater, as I remember. So it's not a big deal. The main unit should be functioning.
Anyhow,
because it's linked to EIS and all these alarms about the gas and fire will be still there anyway. That's it.
Next one, if applicable, are the officers familiar with the operation of the cargo reliquefaction plant, and is the plant and associated machinery and instrumentation in good order? So relic plant, that is reliquefaction system, huge system which used on Q-Flex's Q-Max vessels. And the observation, there was no records from on PMS regarding the relic plant alarms and trip testing. That is also big observation that, as we discussed before, you need to check your manual for the schedule maintenance, and if it's if as per book there are some trips checks, you need to perform them and record in planet maintenance system or make statement in logbook. Is the automatic gas shutoff system in good order and regularly tested? Inspector observation, there was no records found for the automatic master gas shutoff valve system tests, logbook, planet maintenance system. So shutoff system, valves, automatic shutoff valves, that is valves which are closing and like branch valves, and they're cutting complete gas supply to particular consumer, to engine, to GCU or boiler or whatever. Usually they are tripping in case of gas detection or some other scenario, and they should be tested. And these tests should be recorded in logbook or plant maintenance system. That is Coast Guard in USA like to check this usually. Not usually, always. And real test.
Yeah. We were posting about this master gas valves, the shutoff, what can cause the automatic shutoff and what you should be aware of, because you can be also asked about the Coast Guard or the inspector. What are the causes of this master gas valve to shut down? To shut off, to be shut, yeah, when it's happening.
Yeah.
And this, your lack of knowledge could be also an observation.
Yeah. As you saw before, that it was noticed that officers or engineers, junior engineers, they don't know how to check data from OWS. They don't know safety limits, alarm limits for the gas detectors. You will be asked. I mean, anybody can be asked for this. Okay,
about this master gas valve, just a moment, you can go check our channel. It's also would be posts about this, what's causing the trips and shutdowns of master gas valves to engine, no, to GCU. Engine is for closed channel. Okay, let's go.
Are the cargo machinery room well lit, and are all electrical fittings suitable for use in gas hazardous area and in good order? Observation, few fuses lights inside the cargo compressor room were noticed busted. That's the best observation which you can get, honestly, I will tell you. Sometimes when an inspector and you are too good and he need to write you something, he will write you this. That's the best.
Yeah, because it's a bit laughable, because you know, also in let's say emergency exits, yes, from engine room, it's let's say big passage, and one of the lights, okay, you check them today and tomorrow you arrived, and after inspector opened the door and one is busted, one of two, let's say, which is still okay, but he can write it for you. So lights is okay. Now it's a new era. We are coming to LED lights.
Yeah,
still they're better. They don't die so often. But the thing is, in cargo,
it's quite tricky to install them. You need to make a system modification. Quite costly.
Yes, but I think for for a good electrician, it's not a big deal. Another point, what I want to say, that sometimes, well, you have jobs. You have not sometimes, mostly you have jobs on LNG vessels, and nowadays you are alone there as electrician, as ETO. So not every company makes the apprentices, cadets, and all of this. Some even they have a second ETO, like junior or a rating. Still could be better to have another one, at least for to close these lights and low insulation. You can rely on the other guy, which would be really excellent. But anyway, you know, inspection is coming, so you have to be sure everything is in good order, especially emergency lights. Okay, normal lights busted, not let's say big in observation, but emergency it is for sure. And what else? Regarding the X-proof zones like compressor room, etc., GVU rooms, you have to be sure that all fixtures for the lights are in good order. They don't have any cracks or like broken glass parts, anything like that, because this could be even more dangerous, and of course bigger observation, because they have to be sealed and there should be no any entrance for the gas in case to come inside the fixture, because normally you have a limit switch. When you open it, it's fused off. Yeah, it's without power, and then you can replace lights, and then you put it back to check. This is normal. But if this cover is broken, it's within observation for sure.
It is. Okay, is the forward mast vent always operated in automatic mode? Inspector observation, the forward mast riser was kept in manual mode during inspection. As you know, you have every cargo tank have its own ventilation or vent mast. And usually cargo tank number 1 vent mast is also have additional connection to vapor header. And the first safety measure, the first safety thing which will happen in case that the pressure in the vapor header will rise, the first vent mast will open. So it will open on the pressure usually 230 millibars, usually, depending on the FSRU it will be higher. On carrier it's this point. And it will be open and release the vapor until the pressure will drop to 220 millibars. So 220 millibars, the valve will close and the gas releasing will be stopped. It will happen only if this vent riser valve, it's one just valve will open this, if it's on auto mode. If it's in manual mode, it will not open. That means that you will skip your first protection. And this is very important thing. It should be in auto mode. Sometimes some people put this on manual mode, maybe to avoid when they have high pressure in the tanks and this pressure is under control. Let's say it's higher, so it's 225 to 30, but they can see that the curve is going down, they are consuming, and they, to avoid opening, they just put it on manual. Maybe they forget to put it back, but it should be on manual mode. Is the flow of nitrogen to the system sufficient? Inspector observation, reducing nitrogen flow for the N2 generator was seen during the engine room visit. There was just one N2 generator running and the flow was roughly 30% below what was intended. The chief engineer showed PO of spare components. The second N2 generator has been turned on and tested. Suitable flow was seen. This inspector was quite experienced one, and most probably it was ex-engineer, because he knows the flow, and he saw that the flow of nitrogen was reduced. The flow was reduced most probably because of the membranes. So the membranes, with the time, they are getting older, they are wearing out, and they are reducing the flow. Most probably it was because of this. It was as an observation. So you see, luckily chief engineer has spare parts order, so he showed that the order will be, and the second, so he asked to test second nitrogen generator, which was on standby, most probably, and it showed luckily good performance. So the crew was safe that in case of failure and that big consumption of nitrogen, that the first one will not be able to produce necessary amount, the second one will be started and he will produce. Together they will produce necessary amount. So
Yeah, because you have situations when you have to run two full
yes,
capacity
yes, yes.
during cargo operations.